Hi, everybody. After a little bit of trouble with the display, we're finally on. So, our team built a game, and the purpose of the game is to respond to the challenge of educating people about bits and pieces of energy policy. The goal of this is not to have any particular lesson about energy policy or about the individual advantages or disadvantages of nuclear power, fossil fuel power, of wind or solar. It's supposed to demonstrate that there is no silver bullet and that different strategies have different outcomes that you always have to manage. The game is done in an easy to approach way, so there's a lot of nice drawings and a background that you can kind of identify with. And there is a limited number of things that you're able to do. So if you're in the country, you're able to manage your wind farms. And on the other hand, if you're in the city, you can manage solar power or nuclear power. Whatever you do, things might still go wrong. So there is no perfect way of managing this. You're kind of like a politician that invests in either research or in maintenance. And you have to make sure that you're not leaving something behind, that you're not fixing what isn't broken, and that you're not forgetting about things that can cause horrible problems. So for example, let's forget about nuclear power plants for a while, and let's see what happens. I'm going to maintain the solar plants, invest a little bit into research and development of them, a bit in wind power, and as you can see, I'm already getting acid rain. Because I haven't maintained my fossil plants. Then I'm going back here, and I see that I also have partial problems here with my reactors, but I'm going to ignore them for now because I want to show you what an ugly world looks like. So let's do a couple of more rounds of the game. As you can see, the year up there in the corner is progressing, so it's a turn-based game. Every year, you have an opportunity to do one of the things that are offered to you. And now we have a nuclear meltdown in one of the power plants. So things are horribly going wrong. And we're not even able to do anything about it because the gods of politics have not given us the opportunity to do anything about it now. So let's forget about it again to make sure that things go really horribly wrong. So as you can see, I don't know if you noticed in the top right corner, there's a little avatar. It's a baby seal, and the baby seal is either happy or sad. And it reflects how good the planet is doing. So if the planet is doing bad, the baby seal is really sad. If it's doing well, then it gets happy. So let's be really bad to the seal, and let's make the planet an even worse place to be in, because we're that kind of people. Okay? Sometimes it's really hard to make things awful, because some of the mechanics of the game that make them awful haven't been implemented over this weekend. But I was trying to focus on the positive side. Okay, and there's one more level of how bad it can get. And here it is. As you can see, I don't know if you know the normal, or actually the current carbon levels. So they're about 0.4%. And here we've driven them up to 0.5, but the color transmission is a little bit bad, so you can't see them. And we've increased for about 3% the total power generation. We have 2 nuclear meltdowns. The only power plant that we still have left is a little bit broken. And anyway, you can see that the world can be really broken and the poor seal is crying. So the point of this is to show that there is no ideal way to handle this. It's a difficult problem. Whatever you invest in, you're not investing enough in something else, and this something else can go wrong. So it's supposed to show that people who are trying to argue that there's one perfect solution are probably not investigating it enough. Okay. Yep. So let me just give a short shout out. The beautiful graphics have been done by Daniel Reid. Mr. Constanti from Kaisa has helped us identify her, so she wasn't a permanent member of the team. She just joined us to make these wonderful illustrations. And Ivan and Kevin were in charge of the storyboards to make everything look and feel this way. Thank you very much. And
I also.
Yep.
Okay. Judges asking questions now. You want to ask questions?
First, well, thanks. That was really cool. One question would be, what is the best outcome of this game? Just because, I mean, this is quite pessimistic. And the other one is, does it also answer to growing demand of electricity?
It does answer. As you notice, okay, the picture changed now, but as you notice, when we finished the game, the amount of power that was generated was actually higher. It was 23 point something terawatt hours per year. So the power demand grows as the time goes by, and if you're not doing enough research and development, the thing is that you cannot spare power. So the population grows and the energy needs are growing, but you're not doing anything to make things more efficient, so you need more power, and therefore you have more pollution. And this is the best case scenario. So you have relatively low carbon footprint, you're producing less power than before, and the seal is really happy and there are birds flying, and yeah. So this is a good outcome. So let's say the game doesn't always start at the same point. Sometimes it starts out worse, sometimes it starts out better. This time it started in an almost perfect world. So. Yeah.
More questions? Do you have?
Is this specifically for Germany, or is it something that you could use in other countries as well?
No, it's made up completely. So this is supposed to symbolize any size of environment and any size of country. So in our mind, it was global. So whatever you're doing has an effect on the entire world. So we tried to simplify it as much as possible. There's not enough mechanics to actually reflect the world correctly, but there is enough to demonstrate that the principle that you have to invest a little bit in everything to make things work.
Are we done? Okay, thank you, team.